Everyone, a while back I had brought you a review on Maybelline's Fit Me Shine Free Stick Foundation Stick, and today I would like to bring you a review on some other Fit Me products. Now I'm going to be talking about the Fit Me Octinate Sunscreen Foundation. Oh, that's bright. Let me get that unbright for you. There we go. Now I'm 220. I was 220 in the Shine Free Stick, and I'm also 220 in the foundation. Sorry about that. I'm dropping things. I'm in 220 in the foundation. And I'm also going to be bringing you a review of the Fit Me foundation powder. Yeah, the Natural Base Pressed Powder. So here we go. Now I decided to go with 220 for all of them because I pretty much am... The 220 that I got in the Shine Free Foundation Stick was pretty perfect on my skin that I didn't need any other product because I'm not really monotone, and I feel like Fit Me is really great in that you can use different products to get your perfect skin tone. So for example, if you're 220, say you're 220 in the foundation, but you know, and that shears out a little bit and you want something a little darker, you can always go with a darker or a lighter powder foundation on top of it. So you really get a whole system of products that can match you perfectly, whether you're laying two different color products on to get your right color, or if you're using one color consistently throughout. I am using one color consistently throughout. Now I'm going to show you the difference between the Shine Free Stick, the foundation, and the powder. I've been wearing the foundation and the powder for a few days now, and I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed, and I actually like it a little bit more than the matte, the foundation stick. The liquid foundation I apply with a beauty blender. If you're unfamiliar how to apply with a beauty blender, I'm going to show you. But one thing I like about it is while it's not completely full coverage, it doesn't feel caked on, so that I can put on my pressed powder, I can put on my blush, I can do my contour, do my highlight, and I don't feel all cakey. And I like that I'm able to, it doesn't really settle into fine lines, whereas the Shine Stick, it didn't settle into fine line, but it just a little bit right here. I didn't even have that. And I topped... Everything keeps falling on me. I topped with the Fit Me powder foundation. Now you can wear this alone, but I do not suggest it because I always find it lasts so much longer. But since it is so lightweight, it does kind of just sit on your skin very nicely, almost velvety, that it really won't budge or go anywhere because it's not so full coverage that you would notice if you went like this. But my skin feels very soft, very velvety. I don't even feel like I'm wearing a full face of makeup. And who doesn't like that? I mean, it's going to be winter, but this would have been fabulous in summer. So let me just show you this. So you have your product, and I usually just dab a little bit. Like sometimes I'll pour a little bit on, just a little bit. Get a little bit on there. So I pour a little, so I get a little bit on my blender brush. The sun is just blazing today. I can't even show you. There we go. So I get a little on there, and then when I want to apply it, I simply speckle it on. And as you can see, it kind of covered up the color of my vein. But it really fits me. Like, it looks like my natural skin. Doesn't look like I'm wearing a whole lot of product. Now, what I would do is I would take my pressed powder. Again, I'm dropping everything. I'll take my pressed powder, which, by the way, comes with a really neat little hidden mirror and a powder puff. I don't particularly like those, so I'm going to let that stay there, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. powder brush, and I'm going to sweep it around in a circle, like so. Just get a little bit of product on. Like I said, I don't want to be cakey. And then I just speckle that on as well. And I do that all over my face, and I get a perfect matte finish. Whether it's on my hand or whether it's on my face. Here you go. Here's in the light. Just a perfect, really matte finish. Velvety soft. Doesn't move. I like it. And it's the perfect base for, like I said, your blush, your contour, all of that. And I love that they complement each other. Like, neither one is heavy on its own, and they're both not heavy together. Now, in comparison, since I did the powder over foundation here, I'm going to show you in comparison to the One Step Shine Stick. So here's the Shine Stick, and I just blend that in. and you still get that matte finish, and they look very alike because this kind of goes from liquid to powder. But I just personally feel that I like combining the two products rather than the one. So let me tell you this. In short, if you have the Fit Me stick and you like the Fit Me stick and you're able to do your bronzer or your highlight and your blush and you have no problem with it, stick with just your shine stick because you're getting that matte finish, you're getting the Fit Me, especially if the color of the Fit Me stick fits you, stick with it. If you feel like you need a little bit of a combination, like you need a little bit of yellow base here and pink base on top, or vice versa, or you just want something where it's just a little bit more coverage, something you can layer on if you want to be a little bit more layered on, then go for the foundation and pressed powder. You definitely don't need all three, I would say, but you can use this alone, but it won't give you nearly as much color. I mean, not color, but it won't give you nearly as much coverage or versatility as the foundation, because the foundation, once you have that cream or that liquid on your face, everything else is going to really stay on your face all day. And I have all day wear with this. I could take a nap with this, and you know what, my blush, no matter if it's drugstore, it doesn't matter if it's high-end, drugstore, cheapest of cheap, worst product ever, if I put it on over this, it's going to kind of just stick. I mean, it's no magic, it's not going to be miracle, but you're going to have longer, better wear of the products you put over it. And let me tell you something else. I tried this as a primer for the eyelid. I also tried this as a primer for the eyelid, and I got crease-free wear of my eyeshadow. I mean, it wasn't as good as my regular primer that kind of whitens out my lid a little bit and helps the colors to pop, but in a pinch, these worked really well. So not only, and also one more thing I have to say, with the cream foundation, if you have a blemish, like the shine stick covers my freckles, no problem, and my dark circles. This also covers my freckles and my dark circles, and when I apply the powder on under my dark circles, I really get almost full coverage, which is good. But if you have to spot treat, like say you have acne or a pimple, this is great because you can tab a little bit extra on and still not feel like your whole face is cakey. So if you wanted to, actually, you can do your whole face in the shine free stick and then spot treat with the foundation and then finish with the powder. So I mean, you got a lot of things you can do. I mean, I can't obviously go through every scenario with you, but if there's something you want advice on, I can test it on my own skin and tell you if you want to know if it covers a pimple or whatever, what combination would work for you. You can leave a comment below and I'll try to answer it the best I can. But overall, every combination I could think of, dark circles, freckles, low coverage, full coverage, using it as a primer, using it as a base, I've had a positive experience with all three products. And like I said, I like that these two, and combined, you can pick two different colors to suit you. You can go the same route, you can do the same colors, you can combine the three products. It's all on how you want to wear it. Like I said, today I actually wore these two products and I used this as a primer, so I'm not kidding you, like eyeshadow stayed on. Crease free, good. So you can kind of, you can pick these up in your drugstore, your local drugstore. I believe they're about $10 each. So while they aren't exactly the cheapest cosmetics that you can find, the Maybelline Fit Me isn't super cheap, it definitely works, and you only need a little bit. Like as you saw, I just put a little bit on that blender brush, well, on this hand, and I just put it right on. And 2 drops, like 2 of those drops that I had, 1, 2, I'm able to do my whole face in the morning, and it's very quick. You can also pick up beauty blenders in your local Walgreens, your CVS's, you know, stores like that, Dwayne Reed, and you can pick that up, and it's so much better using that than a brush, I find, or your hands. You really get to just speckle the product on and get that airbrushed look. So check them out, and I would say I would have swatches on my Instagram, but guys, I'm always taking photographs of myself, so there's enough swatches of me wearing this foundation the past 2-3 days. So thank you so much for watching, and please follow me on Instagram. I'm Recycle Stardust.